18-year-old Stormy Rich is strikingly average from an outsider's perspective. She will soon graduate high school with a 3.6 GPA and is interested in a fair amount of strong colleges. As she rides the bus every morning, she finds herself in an all too familiar situation, and on consecutive mornings has witnessed the same scenario over and over. One morning, she decides it's time for a change. A few days later, her name appears in the local newspaper, as headlines read, "Student reportedly being punished for standing up for mentally challenged girl at school." It is shocking but understandable when looking at society and how we live today, that some people would have no trouble punishing someone for a simple act of kindness. Taboo topics have become unspoken questions that our generation is too afraid to ask. When standing up for someone becomes a threat to your academic credibility, we lose sight of what is important in life. Officials removed Stormy from the bus after she threatened several other students to turn them into school administrators, and angrily added that if the school ignored the problem, she would take matters into her own hands. Why would she need to take matters into her own hands? How on earth could a school ignore something like this? Arguing that she was displaying bullying behavior by standing up for the girl, the school thought it was vital that she be punished for her actions. Her actions? Her actions of immense courage to stand up for injustice and believe that she could make a difference? Throughout this story, Stormy expressed one strong point that I believe should be acknowledged. She said, "I never want this to happen to anyone. I mean, I know we can't save the whole world, but at least we could try to help the people that go to our school, right?" In our world today, it is almost customary to look down on any form of disability. So common, in fact, that we have begun discriminating against ourselves without knowing it. 1 in 5 people in the U.S. are disabled, which means this year at Harvard, 4,245 students will have some form of disability, which means that on your average football team, about 11 players will struggle with a disability, which means that at Athenian, 90 students, equivalent to the entire junior class, could be hiding something you never knew they had to fit society's norms. Look around you. You're enveloped in a community that runs on respect and the beauty of an open mind. When did it become okay to put down those who are different from us? When do the veterans, the schizophrenic, the premature, and the hospital-ridden angels get to be free? When do they get to feel comfortable in their skin again like you do in yours? Or do you? Statistically speaking, this broken soul is your best friend, your history teacher, your mother, the school janitor, or your lab partner for the day. Stand up for each other. This speech is not meant to be accusatory of the human race, nor is it accurate for every individual. I ask simply that you start with yourselves and find the kindness in your own heart to accept everyone for all they are worth, to value their strength and never undermine their intelligence, to respect their ideals and judge a person on their character, not on their condition, to realize that we all are, in some way or another, one and the same, and together we make up the next generation of leaders, scholars, blue-collar workers, and everything in between. We must unite in preparation for the day every autistic, deaf, dyslexic, paraplegic man, woman, and child will fall under the same category, a human being.